In this video, I'm going to share with you the 5 habits that have had the biggest impact on my life. Before I do that though, I would also like to share with you a quote from William Shakespeare. All that glitters is not gold. And what this quote really means is that you can't judge something solely based on its looks. You need to look beyond the surface. And I want you to internalize this quote because the habits that I'm about to share with you, quite frankly, aren't sexy, but they've had a profound impact on my life. One thing all successful people have in common is the ability to delay gratification. In other words, they can delay pleasure today in the anticipation of a greater reward sometime in the future. If you can delay gratification, these 5 habits which I'm about to share with you will have a tremendous impact on your life. So let's get on to the first habit. Before you start rolling your eyes at me, just hear me out, because making your bed is seriously one of the best habits you can add to your life. Why? The domino effect. When you make your bed first thing in the morning, you have hit that first domino. It's the first domino because it's the very first thing you do when you wake up. When you make your bed in the morning, you've also started your day off with a win. You've achieved something. You've even done this before your teeth has even been brushed. This is very, very good for morale. The next benefit of making your bed first thing in the morning is its simplicity. If you are able-bodied, you can do this. If you have a busy work schedule, you can do this. Realistically, how long does it take to make your bed? 1-2 minutes max. If that, you could probably get it done in about 30 seconds. It is that easy. So start making your bed first thing in the morning. You really haven't got anything to lose. Now let's talk about the second habit. As an adult, you need to take full responsibility for your health. Don't come at me with, I don't like water. That is what kids do, not adults. A very good way to look at the human body is to look at it like you would look at a car. The fuel that you put into it determines the performance you get out of it. Put high octane, high nutrient dense foods into your body, you will feel good about yourself. Your energy levels will be through the roof. On the flip side, feed your body junk food and you'll feel tired and sluggish. If you are anything like me and you want a life of constant achievement, you've got to have the energy to do it. And what will give you the energy is high nutrient dense foods. You are what you eat and drink. Sometimes the best way to explain something is to tell you what it's not. So let's do that. True physical fitness is not going on a bodybuilding stage, throwing poses and getting judges to rate your muscular development. That is a male beauty pageant. Now let's talk about what it means to be truly physically fit. True physical fitness is being able to run and jump on command. It's being able to climb. It's being able to push, pull and carry. It's being able to punch and kick. It's the ability to react. True physical fitness is when you are truly connected to your body, that it allows you to do whatever you want it to do. To be truly physically fit, you do not need to live in a gym. 3 full body workouts a week is more than enough. What you do need to do though is walk every day. Get your 10,000 steps. The human body is designed to move. We are not designed to be sat on our asses for hours on end. So what does Warren Buffett, Bill Gates and Elon Musk all have in common, apart from being mega rich? They all read books. There's a saying, readers are leaders. And this is very, very true. When it comes to learning, the best way to learn is to fuck up and make mistakes, as long as it doesn't debilitate you going forward. The next best way is to learn from other people, and this is where books come in. Reading is the closest thing you'll get to having a conversation with somebody you respect. Let's say, for example purposes, you want to become an entrepreneur and you'd love to pick Jeff Bezos' brain. In the real world, what is the chances of that happening? Probably close to zero. But what you can do is pick up his autobiography and get his lifetime of wisdom and experience compressed into a book. Reading is seriously one of life's cheat codes. If you read autobiographies, you are getting access to some of the smartest minds in the world. What you do need to know about reading though is that it's not as simple as just picking up a book and going through it. You need to take notes. If you are not taking notes, you are shooting yourself in the foot. When you take notes, you are more likely to remember things. And also, the second benefit of taking notes is that you do not have to read the book again. You can simply go back to your notes. So the bottom line is this: start reading 30 minutes every day. It is not a long time. Get into the habit of doing it daily. What you must know about reading though is you will get knowledge, and knowledge is not power. Some people will tell you that knowledge is power. It is not. Applied knowledge is power. For example purposes, you could read every strength and conditioning book under the sun, but if you don't actually go in a gym and practice what you've learned, that information is useless. Don't just learn for the sake of learning. Learn and then apply it. More so than ever are walks in nature so valuable. Why? Technology and urbanisation. I read somewhere, so take this with a grain of salt, that by the year 2050, 70% of the worldwide population will be living in urbanised environments. If you know anything about urbanised environments, they're associated with mental health issues. The closer we are to nature, the better we are physically, mentally, and emotionally. Most of us, and I include myself when I say this, probably spend a bit too much time looking at screens, whether that's the television, the smartphone, or the computer. Consider walks in nature as your brain's reset button. Now let's talk about the benefits of spending time in nature. Number one is physical activity. You're moving, you're walking, you're getting them steps in. There is no better place to go for a walk than in nature. Number two is cortisol. Cortisol is the stress hormone in your body. When you spend time in nature, cortisol levels will come down. I'm sure you'll agree with me when I say this, but the less stressed out we are, the better we are at being human. Number three is creativity. If you've got creative pursuits, spending time in nature will highly benefit you. And finally, it's a great way to bond with loved ones. There is nothing better than sitting by a fire and talking and chatting and catching up with people that you care about. Also, if you've got a dog, they will love being in nature. Whether you like to admit it or not, we are animals, and we're not meant to be in the house or in an office for that matter all day. We're meant to be outside.